During the Second World War, the U.S. waged war both on the front lines and against supply shortages on the home front. The government had to not only provide for the armed forces, but feed an entire nation. One such challenge they faced was America's milk supply. The nation's dairy herds were in dire straits during the war. Experienced dairymen were giving up their professions to become soldiers. Cattle feed was at an all-time high, and pasture lands were in poor conditions. Herds were being culled due to lack of manpower and to bolster America's beef supply. In 1943, the Department of Agriculture calculated that American dairy cows would have to produce 120 million pounds of milk to feed the nation, as well as the Army and Great Britain through the Lend-Lease program. This was an ideal production goal. Officials reckoned that the country could make do with only 22 million pounds, with 25% of production being diverted to the services in Britain. Agricultural officials provided dairy farmers with tips and tricks on how to breed healthy cows who would yield large amounts of milk. They were heavily involved in educating the farmers in the best ways of feeding and growing feed for the cattle. They also encouraged adults to consume less milk so that children might have more. Even with these precautions, U.S. officials were forced to threaten a government-led milk ration in low-producing areas. In the state of Connecticut, there was a civilian-instated ration, and many dairy managers, mayors, and union representatives contacted Robert E. Rich, the federal milk manager, requesting that the price of milk be raised and for it to be left outside the rationing system. Milk was vital to the American home front, and fortunately, the Department of Agriculture and dairy farmers across the country were able to keep milk out of rationing. Yet their fight was equally as valiant as those who had left their ranks to fight the enemy face to face. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks so much for watching!